G'day, thanks for watching. Let's look at the Dow. So out here on the weekly, the last time we were here, I suggested that the 20-week low is possibly in because prices started to move to the upside from a low in the center of the 20-week low zone. Let's bring in some data, and that bounce has not been very strong at all. We would expect out of a 20-week low for there to be some sort of a bounce, and it's a little bit early yet. But let's look back. So we can see here there were 2 or 3 or 4 weeks where price pushed up. Out of the 40-week, which also contains a 20-week, we clearly got a bounce straight away in the following week. Here in this 20-week, the bounce wasn't very significant. In fact, the starting low was broken. Price tried to go again, and then the 6-year low occurred. Out of the 6-year low, very much a bounce. Then it hesitated, and off it went again. So we need to give this a couple of weeks. 20 weeks lifted out of here. The 20-week is within the 40-week, and there was a lift. And so we've just got a hesitation at this stage. Importantly, that 40-week low has been broken, and that's a bearish signal. So if we look to what might be coming out here on the weekly, there are some possibilities, and I've stepped through these before. One possibility is this market continues to be very bullish, makes its high, and then drops into the 18-month low, and off it goes again. Let's face it, since 2020, this market has continued to push up, and I have 2020 as the 90-year low. An alternative would be for this not to go as high, not to break all-time highs, and for it to make its low, but still be bullish. The definition of bullish in cyclic terms is the ending low is higher than the starting low. The next possibility is for this not to be very bullish at all, and for it to break its starting low and make the 18-month low. And very bearish would be some sort of a drop like this. Now, what we see with bullish cycles, so this was a bullish cycle, and this was a bullish cycle, is that the high is right translated. In other words, it occurs after the half-time. Similarly here. For bearish cycles, and this one was bearish, and this one was bearish because the ending lows were lower than the starting lows, typically we see left translation. In other words, the high of the cycle occurs before the half-time. So we need to watch the lift out. Let's have a look at the daily. So last time we were here, we made a note that the 40-week low has been broken to the downside. That's bearish. We also noted that this 20-week cycle is itself bearish because its ending low was lower than the starting low, and the 20-week is contained within the 40-week cycle, despite the fact that this 20-week cycle was right translated. So mixed signals there. Let's bring in some data. And so we're getting a hesitation, and what we would expect to see is that price will, generally speaking, maybe not straight away, but generally speaking, will lift away from this 20-week low. That will confirm it's a 20-week low, but we need to watch the strength of the bounce. Okay, thanks for watching.